Greeting chaps, DarkGuardian here, and today we're going to have a look at the XSplit VCam in more detail, as this is what you have asked me to do in the last video. So today we're going to have a look at what the XSplit VCam is, what it does, and if it's actually worth your money. Okay, so without further ado, let's go and have a look on their website. Okay, we're going to start from the website because there's some interesting information in there with obviously what the VCam software is. So basically, XSplit VCam makes cutting-edge background removal and blurring possible with any webcam. That means you can literally use anything you want in terms of webcams. You don't have to use a one specific one or an expensive one. You can use the cheap one because this is what they're saying. You can use the software with any webcam without the need for expensive green screens and complicated lighting setup. It's all in there. It's actually, it's that part there. So yeah, chaps, in here you can download the VCam from obviously clicking onto that panel there. It will download the software for you, but you gotta have to make sure you own a license. Okay, you cannot, as far as I'm aware, you cannot use the software if you don't know the license. You can buy the license, the lifetime license, and I believe it's around $50. Or if you already have an XSplit broadcaster, or should I say XSplit premium subscription, you can use a VCam. Jesus Christ, you can use the VCam software for free. Okay, but you need to have a premium XSplit subscription in order to do this. Now, moving on, I want to show you a couple of things. So, okay, right now, what you can see is me using my green screen. Okay, as you can see on the little picture, there's a little picture in the background. Ooh, right there. Okay, so this is what the camera actually looks like pointed at me right now. I have my green screen, Elgato Gaming green screen behind me. This is what I'm using right now. I want to show you what the difference is between the actual proper, maybe not really expensive green screen, but a decent one. Okay, versus the XSplit VCam. So you can get that comparison of if it's actually worth using the software, or if it's better going for it and spending so much money and actually getting a green screen. So let's have a look. I'm gonna remove the background, or replace the background. We'll replace the background so you can see the difference. I don't think, no, not in there. So we're gonna go, hang on, I'm gonna change the scene for webcam. There we go. We're gonna do it in there. So again, let me go back and click. Hang on, I'm gonna show you in there. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So you see, this is obviously the software you're playing with. You can choose the camera from it, right? You've got a couple of options, obviously depending on how many cameras you have in your system. I at the moment have the Logitech HD Pro webcam C910 and 922 Pro Stream, which is the camera I'm using right now. This is the camera you see on your screen, and it's a pretty decent camera. I wouldn't go with anything less than that with the software. Even that they're recommending, or their statement says you can basically use any camera with the software. But the shitty camera, obviously, you're gonna end up with a worse quality. Okay, there's a bunch of settings you can use for your cameras in there. Like if you click onto that gearbox thing, you see you got the brightness, contrast, you got a saturation in there, sharpness, white balance, backlight things. You got the gains in there. You got some camera controls. You can obviously tilt, zoom, focus, a bunch of other things. Okay, I'm not gonna play with those because this video would be ridiculously long. I just want to make this short and informative for you guys, so you can see what you can actually do with it. Okay, so I'm gonna obviously leave this camera as C922 Pro, because the other one, actually I can actually show you what the difference is between the other one. The other one is Logitech HD Pro webcam C910. I shouldn't really do that. Shit, I shouldn't really do that. I was fuck my. Oh no, it's working. It's working. Okay, because I'm having this problem with the XSplit. Okay, because I'm obviously recording in the XSplit broadcaster right now, and because I have the other cameras connected to it, sometimes I'm gonna have to restart the software. Long story. Anyway, anyway, right. So the other camera. Now look at the difference. Original background. Okay, I want to show you in here how clear the image is. This is C9 22 Pro stream, right? And now we're gonna go to C9 10, and now you can see, even at, look at how smaller the image is. Look at the quality, the actual contrast, the colors, and everything. These are the standard settings. I haven't touched anything. So you can see the image quality between the one camera and the other, it's significantly better, right? And I think C9 22 Pro you can pick up sometimes for like a ridiculously ridiculous amount of money from Amazon. Sometimes I think it's about $60 on Amazon. You can get that for, and I think it's totally worth it. Definitely a bargain. But going back to this, quality on the full screen, much better. And these are the standard settings. Now obviously the other advantage the C9 22 Pro stream has is that you can record or stream or whatever in 60 frames per second, when the other cameras on the market they don't really have this feature built in. Therefore the quality, it's not as good as it is with this one. Okay, so I'm going to play with this one because in my opinion this is the best camera you can actually have if you don't want to spend crazy money, okay, on like the Elgato Gaming, getting actually DSLR camera connected to it and all those crazy things. Okay, so we're just gonna keep it nice and simple. So VCam. Okay, let's go. So filters. Okay, we've got a couple of options in here. You can choose from the original background, you can replace the background in here, or you can completely remove the background. And this is what you normally would use if you're streaming on Twitch or YouTube. Okay, you would go and you would remove the background completely, like I'm gonna do right now. There you go. So you see it's actually not too bad, right? You've got a couple of options in there, right? You've got the hardware acceleration you can pick from. You can either leave it on the automatic, you can pick from your CPU or between the CPU and the GPU. Okay, you are gonna have to make that choice yourself, because that totally will will make a difference on the games you play. Okay, the difference between the CPU and the GPU is that if you have a stronger GPU, basically if you have a stronger GPU, like a ridiculously good GPU, and you're not going to use that card completely to, on your game, then it makes sense to use the GPU acceleration, unless you have a really good CPU. Now in my case I can do both. I can either do the CPU or the GPU, because I know for the fact that I will not be able to use any of them completely. Okay, and now with just the software open, with the XSplit VCam open, and I at the moment have a GPU acceleration, right? So software at the moment is using about, let me tell you now, about 38% of GPU, and I'm running 2080 Ti in here. So yeah, the system resources definitely being used in there, right? And if I switch to the CPU, because I did check this before, the CPU is roughly about the same. It will use about between 35 to 42, I think, or 43% of your CPU. So it's very similar, and this is in my case, okay, between my CPU and my GPU. I'm running, in terms of CPU, I'm running the i9 7920X, which is the 12 core and 24 thread CPU, so it can definitely handle, you know, the things in there. But considering how powerful the CPU is and how powerful the GPU is, the amount of resources being used in it, I think it's a bit ridiculous. But that again goes down to the fact that the quality control settings in here I have set to highest. Okay, you can go automatic, you can go low, standard, high, or highest. It totally depends on your rig. Okay, if you know you don't have a really good CPU, or you know you don't have really good GPU, then you possibly won't be able to use the highest settings. But then again, if you're streaming from the same system and you're playing your games on, okay, you will probably have to go on the lower standard. Now my rig is being used for both streaming and playing games at the same time. I didn't have a problem with this software yet. Okay, the previous video you've seen on my channel is me streaming on Twitch using this software on this rig, and I didn't have any problems with it. It was all working perfectly, and I've been using the CPU acceleration. And now the quality controls, as I said, it's there for your comfort, really. And yes, it will matter on the quality. If you go, let's see if we can see the difference. Okay, so we're gonna go full cam in here, and you can see now that the software does the job. You can see a little bit of the artifacts that are in there. Yeah, see. But other than that, I think it does a really good job. Really good job. But let's have a look with those quality controls. So we're going to set to automatic right now. Let's see. So you see it does make a difference. Obviously this video, because I completely forgot to say this to you guys, this video is not being sponsored by XSplit in any way. Okay, all these are my own opinions, my own thoughts about the software, how it works, and that's I'm not getting paid by the XSplit to do this. Okay, so I just want to get this straight. Now in terms of low settings, see, that's even worse. So I think the automatic was set somewhere else, and then standard, it's a little bit better. You see the FPS is higher, and see on the movement, still some artifacts in there. High settings, still not too shabby. Not too shabby. And then we got the highest settings possible. So the highest settings are definitely the best settings. Look at the FPS. You see, it's nice and smooth. We definitely get in the 60, even 61 FPS in here. We get it, which is pretty decent. But now, if you go, there we go. If we go back, okay, back to remove the background, we covered, yeah, we covered the highest settings. The other option available in there is, I think it's a very cool option. I don't know how the XSplit does it, but you can remove your chair. I mean, this is some really weird fucking sorcery in there going on. So just look at it, boom, and boom, my chair is gone. My fucking chair is gone. It's pretty crazy, I think. I know some streamers are using this on Twitch. I have seen a couple of people using this. Obviously, when you remove the background in here and you see this like couple of artifacts, you see just where my arms are, right? Don't worry about that, because you won't be able to see this. If you actually switch to, let's see, and there, you see it doesn't look. You can actually see the chair sometimes, but it doesn't look too bad. Okay, when you're going to replace this with the picture, let's go replace the background. There we go. That's not too bad, right? The other interesting thing I've noticed, the longer you're using the software, the better it gets. It definitely is going to have some sort of the AI building into it. So like it's learning your position, it's learning your lighting setup, if you have any. So over time it gets a little bit better, and that's what I can say about it. But going back in here so you can see, guys, what I'm doing. So we have replaced the background with an image. Yeah, if you click on those three dots in here, you can choose from the stock photos, you can browse your local files, you can go online web page, or recently used. What was this? So yeah, you can obviously play with a different kind of pictures. You can put yourself into the studio, things like that, right? You can blur the image, you see, which is pretty cool, pretty cool as well. Let's have a look what else we have. Stock photos. So we can, in here we can search. Let's say search Destiny. We can search Destiny, boom, and it will give you a couple of things. I don't know, maybe this one there. Yeah, apply. It will download the image to your PC, and there you have it. Right, you can play with the quality, obviously not the quality, sorry, the background blur. You can play with that. Now, and if we go on the full camera here, now we can see what it actually looks like. So there we go, the blur. I think you can adjust more and more. I think it's a nice handy thing to have. But it's definitely, okay, definitely not as good as the green screen, okay, and this is my opinion. If you actually can afford an Elgato Gaming green screen, go for it, okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna cost you a fair bit of money, because you will not only have to get a green screen, you will also gonna have to get a light for it, okay, because it will not work without the lights. So for the comparison with my actual green screen, I want to show you what it looks like. So now we're gonna go and hit original background. Oh, look at this. Boom, no blur, we don't want to blur in here. And I'm gonna apply now a chroma key to the image. So there you go. And that's what it would look like in the game. So you see, there's no artifacts. The picture smoothness is unbelievable. It's very sharp, and there's no artifacts in here whatsoever. So green screen, definitely, if you can afford it. Okay, if you have room to put it behind you, if you can afford the lights for it, and their actual green screen, because I believe the Elgato Gaming green screen is roughly around $140, if I remember right. I will definitely gonna put the link down below in the description, so you can click on it, or you can Google it yourself, find it yourself. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yes, there is plenty of other options which you can really play with, but going back to this screen, okay, so now you're actually seeing me using my green screen in here. This is the normal setup I'm using it for Twitch when I stream on Twitch. So you got my the latest, obviously, alert above. But if you look at it now, the GPU usage, because I've got this set, I believe I've got this set to the GPU. Let's have a look. Nope. There we go. Yeah, so at the moment I'm using the GPU, right? So this is it's a lie. This is a lie, basically. Don't look at it. I've got the other. Yeah, actually XSplit is showing me exactly what I'm using. So it's a lie. But if I switch to the CPU, I want to show you what happens in terms of system resources. See, that's gone up. But this is me. This is just me using my green screen right now. I'm not removing any picture or anything like that. So let's go and replace the background. There we go. You see the system usage has gone up quite a bit, and now we go and remove the background completely, and that should have really gone up. There we go, it's going up. You see, if you obviously add your game to it, you're gonna end up, oh hang on, yeah, that's not too bad. That is actually not too bad, because we're using this for quite a bit now. So there you have it, guys. If you have any more questions about it, okay, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions about the software. I think it's definitely worth using it. Okay, if you can't afford the green screen, definitely worth using it. I think it's even fun using it. But yeah, I will definitely get a green screen, right? Get a fucking green screen. If you can't afford it, if you want to invest into the quality, okay, get a green screen. But only if you can afford it. If you're just a small streamer, if you're just starting on Twitch, right, you don't need the green screen, guys. You don't need that stuff, okay? What it really matters is a really good audio quality on Twitch if you're just starting. Don't worry about the fucking cameras, green screens, stuff like that. If you want to invest money, if you're just starting on Twitch or YouTube, if you're just starting streaming, invest money into audio quality, okay? And this is my recommendation to you. What else I can say? Yeah, follow me on Twitter, guys. I do have plenty of giveaways going on, and I'll be definitely doing the XSplit Premium subscription, the 12 months premium subscription giveaway. Again, I'm doing plenty of those on Twitter, so make sure to check them out, okay? Make sure to follow me on Twitter, and if you see me posting something about the giveaway for the XSplit Premium subscription, make sure you're gonna like it and retweet it, okay? And I'm definitely dropping a keys into that tweet, so keep an eye on it. Also, I do stream a lot on Twitch, having plenty of different other giveaways for games and you know, and shit. So make sure to follow my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/DarkGuardian, okay, with the L. Yeah, unfortunately it was taken, but yeah, make sure you follow my Twitch channel as well. Tune in, say hi in the chat if you do want to have a chat, okay? Thank you for tuning in to this video. Have a wonderful weekend, wonderful day, wherever you at, and yeah, guys, I'll catch you later.